please, baby, talk slow, I'm off to blow, I'm off to draw.
So, Post Malone's put out a new album. Oh, sorry, that's Blackbear, my bad. Man, these instrumentals are trendy as heck. Trap beats, the heavy bass, some of those tropical synths. I've never been a fan of this kind of alternative poppy sort of R&B, but my problems with this new Blackbear album extend further than me just not liking the musical style of this album. There are a lot of artists simulating this kind of sound. However, what happens with Blackbear's music is that his persona comes across as a person living a very hedonistic, party life, sex-crazy, drug-filled lifestyle, sort of like The Weeknd. But Blackbear seems to want to fish emotions and sympathy out of this lifestyle, and the very self-centered attitude he seems to have on a lot of the tracks here. He wants to come across as someone who's always snorting coke and hanging out with girls at parties and clubs. That's fine, I guess. Whatever floats your boat. But it's how Blackbear frames this on this album. It's like he wants these songs on the album to be both party bangers as well as emotional R&B ballads or songs of sort about, you know, maybe someone wanting to negotiate some kind of relationship whilst sniffling their runny nose because they snorted too much coke. It's so gross. Like, the first track is literally about him waking up after a night of getting high, but apparently mixed in with some kind of romantic obsession. Like, he says, if the drugs won't kill him, then what will kill him is the person that he's in love with, the love interest. There's nothing wrong with a love story maybe being integrated into this party, drug-filled lifestyle, but, you know, it's framed as if we're expected to show some kind of sympathy towards him, which, considering the way he frames himself on this album, I just can't sympathize with him. That said, I guess he's kind of aware of the fact that he's addicted to some bad habits and that he kind of needs to escape from these bad habits. That and Blackbear seems to be hooking up with a lot of girls that are going off to do other people behind his back. Specifically, G-Eazy and quote-unquote both the Migos. I don't know if you realize there's 3 members of Migos. Blackbear's lyric writing is not his strong point, clearly. What seems to be the case is that the lyrics are really just filling in the gaps, whilst the instrumentals and the vocal melodies are providing the mood, or the vibes of a track. A lot of pop music, or at least a lot of mainstream music, seems to be just about vibes. And if you think about it, Blackbear's take on this alternative, poppier, club-ready R&B sound is entirely lacking in a unique identity. Even the track Do Re Mi is like a song that The Weeknd might have put on one of his recent albums like Beauty Behind the Madness. Everything is saturated in that typical auto-tune trap style that is good to put on as background noise until you actually kind of listen to the song, and then you realize how poorly written it actually is. This album is literally 10 tracks about snorting coke, dissing some chick he hooked up with, or snorting coke whilst dissing some chick he hooked up with. Yeah, 3 out of 10.